Hey there, John Cummins. I thought I'd ask the question, how many hours a week should we work? Um, and well, no one knows the answer to that, would be one thing, but I can tell you that most of us, including myself, work too many hours a week. So how much do people work? Well, having seen probably, or had about 15,000 visits over the last 18 years or so, I can tell you almost everyone that I see works probably a 55-hour week. So it tends to be 11-hour days, 5 days a week, or it might be a 9-hour, 10-hour day and an hour or two at night. Almost no one works consistently on weekends. And so therefore when I see someone come in, they work a 60-hour week, it starts to set off alarm bells with me. And the reason being that, we only have a fixed number of hours in a day. You've got this clock behind me. It's a little bit like your hours in a day, like a pizza. You've only got so many slices, and you've only got so many different. You've got lots of different ways you can use the slices, but there's a fixed number of hours or slices in a day. And the problem with working a 60, 65, 70, 80, 90-hour week is you just physically don't have time to do self-care. And I'm sorry, but self-care is super important, or relationship care. And I say to clients that work a 60, 70-hour week, I say, look, be very careful, because something will break. It may not be your health, it may be your relationships, or it may be your mental health, for example. And sometimes I get the response, well, everyone works 60, 70 hours a week. And I say, no, they don't. They typically work 50 to 55, maybe 45. And the only reason you think everyone works a 60, 70-hour week is because all the people around you work that much. We adopt the habits, the income, the lifestyle of our 5 closest friends, for example. So it depends on who you surround yourself with. So 60 hours a week would be a red flag for me, and if you or someone you know and care for work that much, you want to point that out to them, because you just don't have the time to exercise. You don't have the time to have, to work in your relationship and and have meaningful, lovely conversations and bonding time with your partner, which is probably more important than having time with your kids, because if you don't have a marriage, you're not going to have much relationship, or the kids aren't going to have much relationship. And having said that, you do want time with your children, because they don't, you lose them after they're about 12 or 13. But importantly, it's health. You don't get enough sleep, you don't have time to exercise, you're probably too tired to exercise. So I think, when I overwork, and I've certainly been guilty of doing so, that's not the life I want to lead, and I make some changes by getting some help with other doctors in the practice or whatever it is, or saying no to more work, to try and balance it out again. So how much should we work? Well, retired people are very content. They don't work at all. But I think if you're in the workforce, you do not want to work more than 55 hours a week. I think a 40-hour week would be ideal, but I find that most, professionals and high performers tend to work between about a 55-hour week as a rough rule of thumb. Not sure if that's helpful. I hope it is. Look after yourselves and make sure you do have recovery and downtime, and build that into your 24-hour day or your pizza slices.